up, footballers? Welcome back to another episode of Spitting Previews with Jeffrey and James. First thing is first, International House of Burgers. That is what we're going to be. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We are going to talk about the preview, the upcoming match, Colorado Rapids.
We're not talking about IHOP.
Yeah, we're not talking about IHOP, but that is strange. International House of Burgers. But anyways, we have a match this Wednesday, June 13th, against Colorado Rapids. The Rapids currently have the least amount of points in the MLS. That's both sides. They have 8 points right now, one of the worst teams in the league. So this is a really good opportunity for the Fire to pick up some points. So before I read the stats, James, you have some thoughts on that real quick?
Well, out in Denver, so they are going to be playing in a mile high. And as we all know, those are conditions that are going to be different and very different from what you're going to be used to. Just like going to Azteca for America. It's just,
clearly, it hasn't been an advantage for them, though, this year.
No, and especially if you look at their last 5 games, what's their form?
Yeah, I'll go through the form right now. They have lost their last 5 matches, so 5 losses in a row. So they lost to New York Red Bull, lost to New York City FC, lost to Portland, lost to Vancouver, and a loss to Houston Dynamo. So yeah, not really trending in the right direction, not very good form. Here's some more stats for you. Right now, they're 12th in the West. Actually, like we said earlier, the least amount of points in the league.
Or 23rd in the league.
Yeah, 8 points, 13 goals for. Oh, I'm sorry. Whoops. 8 points, 13 games played, 2 wins, 2 draws, 9 losses, 14 goals for, 24 goals against, minus 10 GD. 9 out of 14 of those goals were from the open play. Only one of the 14 came off a set piece. So they really struggle to score goals
in any ways.
What they do a little bit is they do use some of the width and get in crosses. Like a lot of teams that struggle on offense, they hit long balls and long shots. I'm almost done.
Oh, no, I'm in.
They average 1.1 goals per game. Average possession is 43.7%. That is extremely, extremely low. Average pass accuracy, 75.3%. Shots per game, 12.2%.
That's on the lower end.
There you go. Go.
Shots are on the lower end. This team, up and down, it's really hard to find real good talent in this squad. They're really lacking in so many spots, and this team has been just left to waste away over the past few years by their GM, in my opinion. They brought in Timmy Howard, who is the best U.S. goalkeeper in maybe history, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but towards the back end of his career,
but they didn't build around him.
No,
the most talent they brought around him was already established, and that was Dominic Badji.
Yeah.
They have not helped Tim Howard. They haven't given him a good enough line. Where's Axel Sjoberg?
He hasn't been playing very much. There are 3 other center backs who have been playing a lot more than him.
A couple other guys that they had too that were decent center backs that have seemingly fallen out.
But you know what? Speaking from Fire fans, obviously this is a must-win. I don't even think we have to categorize. I mean, yeah, it is a must-win, especially when you're playing one of the worst teams in the league. So they have to get some points. So Colorado, they really don't have any big strengths. Again, I'm looking at WhoScored, according to WhoScored.com. They can't really score very much. They can't possess very well. Poor defending at set pieces. And they're poor at defending the counter. So again, that is what, according to WhoScored, they said is their strengths and weaknesses.
I thought that Joe Mason was supposed to do something for them, but I'm not entirely too sure.
He's supposed to be one of the better players.
He's supposed to be one of their better players. I thought he's new to MLS. Dominic Badji is the guy I'm circling on this team to be the one that you have to potentially worry about. If they're going to score a goal on you, it's probably going to come
Dominic Badji. He is currently leading them with 5 goals. Johan Blomberg, a center mid for them, currently is leading them with 3 assists. And another good name for them is Edgar Castillo, a right wing back for them. And those really are the names. You said Axel Sjoberg, but I saw Sjoberg, however you say it.
Sjoberg.
But he hasn't been playing much, the Swede. But yeah, we're just repeating ourselves. This is a good game for the Fire to keep being aggressive, keep working on 4-2-3-1. I would like to see Pono deploy a more standard back line, get a Campbell, get a Lillard in at center back, push Brandon out wide. maybe see a Corrales on the right back, maybe see a Drew Connor, and I think it's time to, I'm sorry, Kevin Ellis, even though you've been great, you've been serviceable, you're just not a right back, and I want, a right back that is a little bit more two-way. Prediction or last thoughts?
I wouldn't be surprised to see a little more turnover in the roster, just because this is the last spate of games where they're going to get a nice little break between this game, this Wednesday match, and the next match they play is going to be the next Wednesday.
Yeah, so they got a week.
So they have a full week to kind of regroup and get rested bodies. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a few changes in there. But really not much because they are going to have that week-long rest.
Oh, wait, I got to go through the roster.
And let's go through the roster.
Do we do roster before? Yeah, we do roster.
Start with Tim Howard in the back,
is
obviously.
their goalkeeper.
The glove.
They usually play a 3-4-3, so Tim Howard's their goalie. Tommy Smith is a center back. Danny Wilson is a center back. Declan Wynn is a center back. Here comes their wing backs. Their left wing back is Bismarck Boateng. Edgar Castillo is their right wing back. Johan Blomberg, Jack Price, and Enzo Martinez. Those are their three center mids. Joe Mason and Dominic Baji up top. And that is just, again, that is their average starting roster. So that is if you take all the games, that is the average starters, okay, according to WhoScored.com.
Yeah, my man to watch on that is Dominic Baji. Who's your man to watch?
I'm looking at this roster, and I'm guessing by default I'm going to have to go Timmy Howard, a player that we all watch do some great things in the World Cup. He's still, got some quality to him, and he's always a fun player to watch.
If you were at Toyota Park last season to go see Timmy Howard play, he put on a display. I just remember a couple of saves.
He still got some of those games
where he has the moves, he's got the ability, he's got the strength and the physicality too to just make some of these saves that you wouldn't see normal keepers making. Mm-hmm. And I remember seeing that on display last year and just be like, wow, this guy's amazing as far as an American goalkeeper.
Before we make our predictions, James, I want to ask you, have you heard a Nemanja Nikolic update on his knock?
I heard that he should be available and that it wasn't going to be debilitating or anything.
So it sounds like he might start.
Sounds like it was just a little bit of blood, more so than a vicious head knock.
Concussion or something. All right, with that being said, I'm going to go with a 3-0 Chicago Fire win.
I like it.
I think the way the Fire are trending, our last episode we called it trending up. We do believe that the Fire offense is about to get going, and they happen to be playing one of the lower worst teams in the league. So they couldn't have gotten a better opponent for this. So I hope they really come out with an attacking, aggressive style, and I want to see Nico. Hopefully Nico bags a couple goals. Hopefully gets a brace, and maybe we see some more secondary scoring tomorrow.
I'm going to give Tim Howard a little more credit than that, and I'm going to say 2-0 Chicago Fire. Okay. I just think that Tim Howard is going to be good for at least keeping a wonder goal out. However, I do see the Fire having the ability to pour it in on such a defense, on such a team as this, where it's such a malaise that they're on a terrible losing streak. Could be more than 5 games from what we have here. And you got to take advantage of when home is, they're actually in Colorado. So that's going to make it a little bit tougher to play and to go into. But the Fire have been better about getting results on the road this season than any past few seasons that we've seen. Paunovic has figured out a way to get points on the road, and that was a big knockabout on Paunovic the past 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm. Well, these guys have only won 2 games out of 13. So again, this got to be a game where we pick up some points, 3 points. But I'm confident. It seems like you're confident.
Colorado's lost at home often this season, so it's not out of the question at all. One last thing that I want to say is a shout out to Gendo FM, Brian Gendo, fantastic YouTuber. He does game day vlogs and has
Football Manager.
He does Football Manager as video games too, as live streams. He's on Twitch as well. But fantastic fan. I know sometimes we'll get asked about game day vlogs and stuff. I would recommend you guys go check out Gendo FM for that. Just type in Gendo FM on YouTube. Brian Gendo on Twitter. Fantastic follow. Great insight. He provides a little after-game insight. He provides a little prediction stuff, too. That's always great to see. For us, we always like seeing another perspective as well.
Absolutely.
He stopped by after the game, shook our hand. He's a great guy, good upstanding guy. And, I just want to give him a good shout-out because he's been giving us shout-outs, too. And,
all right. Yeah. So anyways, if you liked what you've seen, give us a like. And if you have your own predictions, put them in the comments below. But I think that's all we got today. Anything else from you, James?
Go Fire. Let's get that win.